everyone, it's Recovering Soul 777, and I just wanted, excuse me, I just wanted to share a dream that was given to me on two different occasions. Okay, one was on February 24th, or sorry, February 2024, and the other one was on Thursday, March 28th, 2024. So I want to just share with you these two dreams that I had. I really think this alludes to what's going to happen during the tribulation period after Jesus comes and raptures the people. I just wanted to share these dreams because, they're very true to what's going to happen after Jesus comes and gets his church. I just wanted to share it with you because I just wanted to share it. I feel like it's going to be something that will hopefully wake a lot of people up and, help you to get right with God, even if it's just out of fear initially. Because for me, it was out of fear initially. And then as my relationship with God grew, it's out of love, and it's out of like, I want to serve you. I respect you. I love you. I desperately want to be with you when everything is said and done. So I'm going to be your servant. But this dream, it was sent to me twice. So even in that sense, I feel like that was God's way of being like, hey, share this story. I think it will help. And I think it'll serve as a warning to other people. All right, so I'm just gonna read it straight off of I have one on my notes, and then I got a nice little book after. So this was when I first wrote it in February, and this was in March. I got this to record all my dreams. So I've been having a lot of dreams from God, maybe one day I'll share all of them. But let me know if that's something you guys would like. Comment below, and let me know if that's something you guys would like. It's so many pages already, and it's within the time span of like 2 months. Just pray to God. If you want to talk to God, something that helped me, if you want him to talk to you, even if it's in your prayers or in your prayers, if you're in your dream, you just say to him, Lord, your servant is available to speak to you. Your servant is available to speak to you. Please speak to me, Lord. And almost every night I say that. Not every night, but a majority of the nights since I started saying that, books, like pages on pages on pages of stories. Anyways, let me get to the story because they might be a little, I don't want to go too long here. All right, so the first one was February 2024. I was in an abandoned building with other people I did not really know. We all looked out the window and see a group of disgruntled men. They were in the parking lot with a big black SUV. The presumed leader came forward. He had blonde, shoulder-length hair that was curly and wavy, kind of like in the 80s. He had no shirt on, and painted on his chest were blue symbols of a language I did not know. He looked up at us from the parking lot. We were on the top story of an abandoned, it was either abandoned school or a workplace, I can't remember. And he began to yell at us. It was not specified what he said, but I knew it was bad because after he screamed up at us, I made a side note that because he was with a group of disgruntled men, and I said it looked like men who stormed the Capitol. Okay, I don't know the significance of that, but the mob that was with him immediately started to run into the building and started attacking the people inside. All of us disappeared all over the building. I felt like I was in a horror movie. I could hear people being attacked and killed. I saw dead people, blood on the walls, people getting captured. but I did not get harmed in any way. I just woke up from the dream. So I think God was giving me like a small taste of what's going to happen, because they say when the rapture comes, you know, chaos is going to break loose, and they're going to be attacking people. They're going to be hunting down people, attacking them, killing them, torturing from old to young. All of those things are going to happen after the rapture takes place. So this was another story that kind of was in conjunction to this one. All right, so this one was Thursday, March 28th, 2024. And I just want to give you like a heads up. This is pretty graphic, so anyone who's young or who's got a weak heart, I'm sorry, that's kind of weird. Anybody who's just uncomfortable with details and things of that nature, just click off, okay? Because it gets pretty graphic. It's not pretty. All right, it's Thursday, March 28th. This is the night, Thursday, March 28th, 2024. This is when I had another dream similar to the one I just read you in February. I dreamt about being at an airport, and at the airport, I received my report card from my high school before I was to board the plane. It read that I received an F in my real high school class. It read that I received an F. In my real high school history class, my teacher's name was Mrs. Arbin. And I really did get an F in her class. I put that in a parentheses. I did get an F in her class. So someone in the dream told me Mrs. Arbin was at the airport and I should talk to her about changing my grade because I was actually supposed to get a C, not an F. So I was at the airport. I got my report card. Weirdly enough, I don't know why I opened it at the airport or why I was why it was given to me at the airport, but it just was. I don't know, it's a dream. So basically it said that I got an F on the report card and that my teacher was there at the airport. So I should talk to my teacher because I was actually supposed to get a C, not an F, which I really thought in real life I was supposed to get a C and not an F, but that's another story. So someone in the dream told me Miss Arbin was there. Oh, okay, I was on. So I find Mrs. Arbin on her way to catch a flight. I take her wait, my handwriting is kind of bad. I talk to her to try to convince her to change my grade. We have a good interaction. It seemed to go in my favor, so we departed ways. And I hurriedly tried to get back to my terminal, where my husband is waiting for us to board our flight. I do not get back to the terminal in time. My husband and the plane left without me. I did not panic, nor was I mad at my husband. I simply found a new flight. I found a new flight that was very luxurious. There were hot tubs in this boat, or in this boat. There were hot tubs in this plane. Luxury seats, individualized hot tubs. So there was like, everybody had their own hot tubs. It was so cool. You know the movie Soul Plane? It was like that times a million. Like, it was so luxurious. Everyone had their own individualized hot tub. There was food, there was drinks. It was just beautiful. It was so nice. If anyone here is able to interpret dreams, I would love to know what this dream meant. Both dreams, actually. Okay, I continue. So where we're at, I talked to my teacher. We had a good interaction. Now I'm trying to get back to my terminal because that's where I was. I was at the airport primarily. I got my report card. My report card got an F. I thought I was supposed to get a C. Someone told me my teacher was there. So I talked to my teacher, tried to change the F to a C. And we had a good interaction. We talked. It seemed like she was going to go in my favor from what it felt like in the dream. And then I try to hurriedly get back to my original flight. I try to hurry back to my gate so I can make my flight. I end up missing my flight. My husband goes without me, leaves me. I'm not mad or anything. I just go to the next flight. And in this flight, it's like way nice, super nice. Everyone has their own hot tubs and it's very luxurious. Okay. Luxury seats, individualized hot tubs, food, drinks, very nice upgrade. We're flying in the air, then all of a sudden we hear the intercom pilot warn us of a crash that happened immediately. The plane crashed upside down and we were underwater for a brief moment. But that was not the worst part. When we exited the plane, me and the other passengers on the plane were immediately hunted down by a group of people dressed in how the olden day trash man had the jumpsuit, the one-piece jumpsuit. It was like green, like, Dave Chappelle, the comedian, he has that like green, is it army green jumpsuit? It's just like one piece. It was like that. So that's what the guys, they were hunting us down. The guys who were hunting us down were wearing those jumpsuits. Okay? And we're just the passengers. We just crashed. Our plane just crashed. And we're immediately getting attacked by these people in the jumpsuit. I think in the dream, I don't know how I knew this, but I feel like they were the ones who crashed our plane. Like they shot down our plane. It was very very quick, and it seemed very intentional because as soon as we landed, they attacked us immediately. We couldn't even, we just crashed. We couldn't even get our footing, and we're running for our lives because these people are coming after us with anvils and huge, and the way they're throwing these anvils at us, it's like, what's that video game? It was like Mortal Kombat, some kind of thing where it's like not just your normal throwing. There's like blue light coming out, whoosh, whoosh, and we're just ducking and dodging and running. People are getting hit. People are getting taken. People are getting, it's just chaos. Everyone around us is screaming. Little kids screaming. People trying to grab their kids. They can't even get their kids. It's just complete and utter chaos. Let me stick to the story. Okay. We're immediately hunted down by a group of people okay. The people attacking us looked like normal citizens that joined a cult to destroy mankind. Okay, and that's talked about in the Revelation, in the end times too, is that a lot of people will switch to the demonic side in order to have food, shelter, water. They'll take the mark of the beast, and then they become evil. They instantly become evil and start attacking normal Christians and people who didn't take the mark of the beast. Okay, so these people in these jumpsuits were just normal people like you and I. I don't know how they were flinging them anvils at us. So those hammer, like Thor, it was like that. I think you call it an anvil. It was like Thor stuff being just chuck. And we're running, we're trying to get out of there. We're screaming, everybody's in chaos. And they're just throwing weapons at us, trying to get us and subdue us and make us their prisoners, or just kill us. They wanted prisoners and they wanted to kill us. So, yeah, they look like normal people though. They look like you and I, just they were in jumpsuits, so you knew they belonged to that army or whatever cult they were a part of. Okay? And they were being led by a man who was very aggressive and cruel. I did not get a good look at him. I wasn't able to see his face in the dream. I just heard him barking orders of punishment and inflicting punishment to young children, teens, and adults. All passengers on the fallen all the passengers all the passengers on the fallen plane were running for their lives, including me. We were all running. We were just panicked. Okay? They were throwing weapons and huge anvils to stop us. The hunters, the people in the jumpsuits, soon caught up with the passengers, me and the other people who were on the plane, and began to torture and kill them, from young to old. The leader commanded one of the hunters, who looked to be like 13 years old. These people in the jumpsuit, the age ranged. You know, their age, they were young kids, they were young teens, they were adults, all ages, except for old. There were no old people. Just people who were like in good shape, or, you know, they had to be like war ready. So he looked to be 13 years old. And the commander, the evil guy, who I didn't see his face, but he just sounded evil. He just sounded twisted, sadistic. This guy, his voice was just, it made my skin crawl. He was scary. I didn't even see him, and he was just, I just knew he was the leader, and he was scary. So he ordered this 13-year-old to bury this kid alive, who was like 8 or 10. The kid was no older than 10 years old. He was a little kid. And he ordered the 13-year-old to bury the 8 to 10-year-old alive. The preteen did not follow orders because he did not want to hurt the kid. You know, just like all of us. If somebody tells you to hurt a little kid, you don't want to do that. So the leader did something to the preteen that caused him great anguish. I could see that in the dream, I could see, but I couldn't see, if that makes sense. I could understand through the power of the dream and the spirit, however you want to say it, that the leader was angry, that the preteen denied his order and didn't follow through his order. So what the preteen was supposed to do to the 8-year-old kid, which was to cut off his member, his private, and then bury him alive. Okay, so that was his job. So then the leader, mad at the preteen because he didn't follow this order, he took the preteen and he did that to him. So he didn't follow through the order. So in the dream, I didn't see this actually happen, but I knew throughout the dream that that's what happened. So he cut his member, and he made him walk. He was like left, right, sadistic, just twisted. This guy was nasty, man. He did that to the preteen, made the preteen walk to basically his death, where he was then, I presume, buried alive. Okay. Okay, where did I leave off? The preteen did not follow orders because he did not want to hurt the kid. So the leader did something to the preteen that caused him great anguish. I think he chopped off a limb or his BALLS. I wasn't able to see it in the dream, and made him walk with the rest of the group to their deaths. After the leader hurt the preteen, he made him walk and said, left, right, left, right. Yeah, it was dark. It was really dark. This dream was not, it was seriously disturbing. Sadistically, as the teen screamed in agony, I saw visions of people being tied up and cut in half with a chainsaw. The scenes were so gruesome and demonic. These hunters were following the orders of their evil master, killing everyone who was not a part of their jumpsuit gang. No matter if the person was no matter if the person was young or old, they wanted the person to suffer before they killed them. Side note, I was not harmed in the dream. I was just able to see what was taking place, and it was terrible, heinous, one of the scariest dreams I've ever had. The leader did not did to the this is a note I added on. Oh, up here. Okay, it said the leader did to the preteen what the preteen was supposed to do to the 8 to 10-year-old, which was cut off his private and bury him alive. So in both dreams, it was basically a leader, disgruntled person, just twisted, dark person in both dreams that I've mentioned, where they've just set out to attack a group of people whom I was amongst. So my interpretation of these dreams were that the people who they were attacking were people who didn't take the mark of the beast, or Christians that were left behind in the rapture. Okay, I was not hurt in both dreams. So this is another reason why I feel like God sent me there in the dream to relay this message to all of you, that if you don't get taken up in the rapture, if you don't change and take your life, give your life to God, repent of your sins, renew yourself, try as hard as you can to be raptured into heaven, this is the fate of you and your children and the people around you. And I feel like that's why in both dreams I was not hurt. I was among the people who were getting attacked, and I was just seeing gruesome stuff. It was a straight up horror film in both dreams. Blood on the walls, guts, killed. You can just hear people screaming. It was just chaos, ugly, just nasty. It seriously disturbed me. It seriously disturbed me. And that's why I felt like God put it on my heart. Well, I don't want to just say that. I myself want to warn you guys too. I don't even know if God wants me to share this or not, but I'm pretty sure he gave me this dream, because I asked him, show me what's going to happen during the rapture. I wanted to just know if I was getting raptured and if my family was going to be okay. That was my intention in asking him that. But he showed me this instead, not once, but twice. So I think it's a message he desperately wanted me to get out there and share with you guys. I know it's not pretty. I know these messages that I'm sending out are not, it's really to just help everyone. It's really to show you guys what's really gonna happen and warn you guys of what's to come, and hopefully inspiring everyone to hand their life over to God and allow him to be your protector, be your safe place. Yeah, I can't imagine going through that time. I pray that God takes me up in the rapture, takes my family up in the rapture, but this is real. This is real. This is real. These dreams were too vivid to just be nightmares. I don't even watch horror movies. I don't watch anything demonic anymore. It's been years since I watched a horror movie. So for me to have this dream completely unsolicited, other than by Jesus or God, you know, but I feel like he knew I would share this message, so that's why it's being told right now. I hope this message reaches you guys. You guys take it seriously, take it into heart of what's gonna happen. I also had another one. If you guys want to hear it, let me see. Yes, this one was February 27th, 2024. Okay. This one, I believe, was kind of the same dream. I think it was still having to do with the rapture. So I'll just tell it really quickly. I know we're kind of going over time. It says February 27th, 2024. It's the middle of the day. My daughter needs a diaper change. I am walking with just her and I from no specific location or destination. I stop at a bus stop bench in order to change her. As I take off her diaper, I realize a bus is approaching, so I immediately pick up my daughter so that I do not expose her to a crowd of people. I begin down the road looking for a place where I can put on her diaper. I walk down the street and then back up to where the bus was because I could not find a place to put her down to change her. As I walk back to the bus is smoking. This heavy white cloud of smoke covers the bus, and as I get closer to the bus, I realize that the bus had changed to a huge airplane. So this is another dream where there's like an airplane or there's some kind of crash happening, and it's a lot of people who have been having that same. I've been looking at different what do you call them, visions and raptures testimonies, and that's been a common thing I've noticed in theirs, because I looked it up afterwards because I really was curious. It looked like the airplane had an emergency landing. Oh, it had emergency landed. The way the smoke was coming out of it. So it wasn't just like a normal just airplane, it just lands and it's like, get off. This one, it was like emergency landing. The plane was smoking. Like the smoke was absorbing the whole air around. The scene felt like an alien crash landing. But there, they have the alien crash landing and that kind of smoke comes up. That's how the airplane looked like. It was just like a lot of smoke. White smoke coming out of it. The scene felt like an alien crash landing, but there was no big crash, and it was in the middle of the day, in the middle of a busy city. Suddenly, something in the spirit told me that the area I was in was not safe. I started to head home quickly. All of a sudden, alien-shaped shadows began to appear in my peripheral, my side view. I was like, I wasn't directly seeing them. You know how in the scary movie when they just run past you, like I'm facing this way and it's like, I'm seeing in the spirit that they're running in every direction. Like it's an alien invasion almost. Okay. It looked like the alien from the movie The Alien. The head was all black with a huge crab-like body. I did not physically see the aliens coming out of the mysterious airplane, but I knew in the spirit that this is where they came from. And I knew we were under attack, even though no one else around me seemed to notice. It was like on the brink of it happening. Now that I'm reading this, it makes so much more sense. It ties into my other stories, but I digress. Yeah, so it's like nobody noticed what happened. They just see an airplane and everyone's just like, oh, airplane, like, why is it smoking? But some people were just carrying on like, oh, maybe it's just a technical issue. To me, I was just like, how does no one else see this? Like, it's no one's seeing no demons. Like, maybe I'm tripping, but either way, us, we out of there. We not sitting around asking no questions. We're trying to get out. So I seem like in the dream, it felt like only I was seeing what was about to happen. Okay. I knew we were I knew in the spirit that this is where they came from, and I knew we were under attack, even though no one else around me seemed to notice. the creatures. They were just focused on the plane. I was still making my way home hastily when I heard screams and more clouds fill the sky. I began running with my daughter. So, like, as I'm getting away from the area where the plane originally had landed, it was like more evil had happened behind me. So I got out of there, or I will see. So I'm away from the planes. I'm no longer, I'm like, hey, something's not right here. I'm gonna go. And then immediately after I'm running, I hear screaming, like chaos in the back, like people getting attacked, people like just more craziness, like almost like bombing and stuff happening behind me. Okay, I'm not seeing it, but I'm perceiving it, if that makes sense. I'm not seeing it, but I'm perceiving it. Okay. I was still, hold on. We're just focused on the plane. I was still making my way home hastily when I heard screams and more clouds fill the sky. I began running with my daughter with no diaper on. This is how fast everything had transpired. I literally, yes, I was trying to find a place to change her. I couldn't find a place. I started seeing that the bus, originally it was a bus that came to the stop, and then the bus turned into an airplane that was smoking, you know, like a crash landing. And I'm still sitting there with my daughter, like trying to find a place for us to like change her diaper. And I couldn't find that. So I'm like, I hear screams now. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta get us out of here. So I'm not worried about her diaper. I'm just like, let's get us to safety. You can pee and piss all over me. I don't care. We gotta get to safety. That's how quick it happened. It went from me trying to find I was gonna change her. The bus came and I was like, oh shoot, there's people coming. I can't change her right here. So I got up, you know, and tried to find another place. As I'm looking for another place to change her, this plane comes up smoking. And I'm starting to see all these weird alien kind of demonic things. So I'm like, oh no, 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 we gotta get out of here. And as soon as I'm like, we gotta get out of here, I start hearing screams. I start hearing, you know, just loud noises and more smoke. You know, I'm perceiving this. And I'm hearing the screams. So I began running with my daughter. She still doesn't have on a diaper. This is how fast everything had transpired. I'm running down hills, slipping and sliding, trying to get me and my daughter to safety. And unfortunately, that's where I woke up in the dream. So I don't know if anyone here knows how to interpret dreams. Please comment below what these mean. In my interpretation, I feel like the dreams are me. It's the rapture time. The rapture is happening actively in the dream, and the chaos and the destruction that happens right after is what I'm experiencing in the dream. Because it's like nobody noticed what happened. Like right now, I'm trying to warn people right now, there's a rapture coming. A lot of people don't know about rapture. A lot of people don't know that God is coming. A lot of people don't know these things. So I think that was what was representative in me seeing the plane and the aliens and stuff. Like I always talk about witches and warlocks, and you know, all of these things exist and they're real. Spiritual warfare is real. And that's kind of what I was witnessing in the dream. Like nobody was paying attention. Nobody was seeing that it happened. And then boom, screaming, chaos, everything happened all at once. And I hope that me getting out of there, I hope that me not getting hurt in these dreams is representative that I will hopefully be raptured up. God willing, God bless me and my family. We get out of it. And you guys too, if you guys listen to this, give your life to God. He will take you up too with his church. So that's my interpretation of the dream. If anyone has any other guesses, please let me know down below. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you have any comments, comment please. I have a whole book of dreams. You know, some of them are disturbing, some of them are Yeah, a lot of them are disturbing. I'm sorry. They're not the most beautiful stories. I don't know why God has chosen me to tell them like this, but I think he just knows I will tell people. So it's like I have quite a bit of stories. I started here too. This was my first dream. These were really weird. I woke up sweating. So yeah, if you guys want to see, these, or you want me to read these off to you guys, just let me know. Comment down below, like, and just let me know, and I will do that. Alrighty. Recovering Souls here, 777. Like, comment, subscribe, and God bless you. Give your life to God. It's not worth finding out the hard way, because even after the rapture happens, you still have 7 years where you can get saved and come back to Jesus. As long as you don't take the mark of the beast, you will be able to um, go to heaven or start anew, have another chance at getting to heaven. But if you take the mark of the beast, you're dead. You can't, you go to hell. You can't do anything about that. But that's what I'm saying. Before it gets to that point, we need to give our life to God now. We need to give our life to him. We need to worship him. We need to respect him, repent from our sins, just try our hardest to have a relationship with God. And hopefully all will go well by God's grace. And I hope this video helps somebody. Like it if it did. Share it if you felt on your heart to share it with somebody. Maybe you can help another soul, recover another soul for God. All right, well, thank you for watching. Have a good day. God bless.